Hi, I'm Claire and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Those of you that don't know, I used to do a series on this channel called the Irish Bucket List, where I travelled around Ireland doing all of the cool things there is to do.
Hi, my name is Claire and for the last 3 years I've been travelling around Ireland doing all the cool things there is to do. Welcome to the Irish Bucket List.
That is no longer possible, so I thought that I would put together a quick quarantine bucket list for things that you should try while we're in this situation. In Ireland we have a 5-phase exit plan for our restrictions, so our restrictions won't be fully rescinded until August, in which case we will still be expected to social distance. I figure you'll still get plenty of use out of this list, especially if you live in Ireland. So first of all, painting. Yes, people are painting their houses, but also artistic painting. There are 3 different companies I've come across in Ireland alone that actually did this IRL before the quarantine happened, but they've all moved online. The 3 I've come across are Paint by the Pints, Paint and Prosecco. Yes, I'm aware 2 out of 3 of them have alcohol in the name. And paintclub.ie. I'm not sure how Paint by the Pints works as I haven't tried it yet, but paintclub.ie sells tickets to their events. You pay a tenner, you get added to a Facebook group, they live stream into the Facebook group, you paint the picture with the instructor. Paint by Prosecco, however, is free. A couple of times a week they will go through a tutorial on their Instagram stories with step by step. So it depends which one works better for you, how you work better. By the way, links to everything I talk about will be down in the description. Finally said it. Baking. Now, I held off on baking for so long in this quarantine, but I eventually gave in. I noticed that SuperValu have made Lazy Man's baking sets where they've measured out all the ingredients for you and all you have to do is put it in the oven. Thank you, SuperValu, for thinking of the lazy person in this time of quarantine. I made chocolate brownies recently and ate every bite because I couldn't let them go to waste. Baking is actually rather a dangerous hobby to pick up in quarantine. Sewing is something that I'm going to be exploring in this time of quarantine. I've managed to borrow a sewing machine and I have quite a lot of clothes that I want to like crop, take in, take up. So I'm hoping to figure that out fairly shortly. Coding. So coding is actually something I wanted to learn forever and I just didn't have the time. So since we have so much more time now in quarantine, I've been making an effort to learn coding on Skillshare. This video is not sponsored by Skillshare. I do have an affiliate code for Skillshare. It will be down in the description. Click the link down in the description or you use my code Clisare, you will get 2 months of Skillshare for free. Again, this video is not sponsored by Skillshare, but it is an affiliate link. So I've been using Skillshare to learn coding. I've been trying to set aside 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. I've gotten as far as Python coding and I've gotten as far as being able to get Python to tell me I have a cool name, and when I type in Kelly's name, for it to tell Kelly that Carol Baskin killed her husband. So that's how far I've got in coding. I have been building a DIY ukulele forever at this point. I think it's been about a year, but the only reason it's been a year is because I'm so lazy and I had no time to do it. So since I've been in quarantine, I have gotten much further along with the painting of the ukulele. It's all glued together. Unfortunately, I did break the strings on the ukulele, so I've been waiting rather a long time for a new set of strings to arrive. I also bought a tuner while I was at it. Once that DIY ukulele is finished, to use Skillshare so that I can learn how to play it. I can't read music, so I think it's going to be difficult, but I think that it can be done. Reading is something I really want to do more of while we have this time available to us. There are lots of sleepless nights in quarantine, so I've actually downloaded books onto the Kindle app on my phone. Long before quarantine, I was an advocate of audiobooks. I used to listen to them in the car. So if that floats your boat, you can go that way either, but I just really, really want to try and get back into the habit of physically reading. And I have a number of books lined up. I really, really want to read the 4th book in the His Dark Materials series. I want to reread the original trilogy first, so I'm actually on book 3. Now, I did listen to the first 2 in audiobooks. I'm trying to actually physically read book 3 before I read book 4, which I have physically because my dad bought it for me. Makes sense? On my quarantine bucket list is starting a new YouTube channel. I did start another YouTube channel. It's called Tea Talk, and it's going to be where I make some commentary videos about things that are happening in the world and things that are happening online. When I first started this YouTube channel, I had a series called News Review. So I've always been interested in this, and sure, there's no time like quarantine. New journal, I'm actually reading from it now. I got a new bullet journal. I need to make a video about my old bullet journal, which is the messiest bullet journal in the world. I'm not like a neat bullet journaler, I'm more of an artistic bullet journaler, and by that I mean my bullet journals are real messy. Lots of Tipp-Ex going on. But it's fine. I've come to terms with it. But even doodling like a title for a list on a page is really therapeutic, so I'm really getting into bullet journaling. Keeping a diary. I've been keeping a diary in quarantine. It's been really therapeutic, and it's been really fun to kind of remember what happened during this time, because all the days kind of blend together otherwise. Redecorating / DIY. I did up my little office room here because seeing as I have to spend all of my time in it now. I've put some fairy lights, I've hung the paintings that I've made, hung up some other stuff, and I really enjoy being in here now. So it's actually a really nice space to be in, and it gives me something to get up for in the morning. Gel nails. So for my birthday I asked my husband Alex to get me a gel nail kit set from Amazon, and I've been doing my own gel nails and I love it. Again, very therapeutic. It takes ages, you have to slow down and do it properly, but the result is so worth it, and I'm just loving having slightly more time to do stuff that takes longer. I haven't quite figured out how to get the gel off yet. The very first set I applied to my nails I peeled off, which you definitely shouldn't do, absolutely ruins your nails. I think I need to actually buy the removal set, because the set that I got didn't come with the removal set, which turns out is actually really annoying. Learn from me, kids, and buy the removal set as well as the application set.
Packaging definitely leaves something to be desired.
So I've been involved in haircuts in 2 different ways. I shaved my husband's head, not bald, but like a lot shorter than he was. He had long hair, now he does not. And also, if you'll notice, I'm parting my hair in the middle, which I haven't yet figured out if it's a good idea or a bad idea. We'll see. I really want to cut my own hair, but I also don't want to do it with fabric scissors. I'm tempted to buy hair scissors on Amazon, and then I'm like, should I just do Jenna Marbles? Just let it grow, just let it go. So you've got a number of online workouts you can do. You can do yoga with the Down Dog app, which is free till June, I think. Pilates with Fitbit Premium, which is also free.
Balance quite a lot today. We're going to work quite a lot on the strength of the front of the leg. So I'm going to turn up the music a little bit now. I do not know if that makes any sense.
You okay?
Whatsoever, okay?
Or you've got the option of virtual marathons. I went to Conqueror events online. Actually, they were served to me in an Instagram ad. Boy, oh boy, did that Instagram ad work. Targeted advertising is a blessing and a curse. They had a number of different challenges of different lengths, but I chose Conqueror 2020 because I could choose my own length. I chose 100k thinking that was a lot, and I ended up actually having to turn off some of the activities my Fitbit counted because I was getting it to it too easily. So now my Fitbit only sends data from moderate to very active activity. I didn't want it sending in my steps from walking around the house. I think I'm on 60 kilometers now, and when I hit 100k they're going to send me a medal that says Conquer 2020 on it, and I think that's going to be so cool. It's going to be such a good reminder of all of this and everything that went on, and the fact that I turned to running because my own sport was cancelled. I'm really excited to earn that medal, and I'm really excited to get that medal. Cocktails. So I've heard of a few places that are doing deliver drinks. I've heard that the Two Sisters pub in Dublin is delivering pints, although I haven't verified that, and I don't know if I can get them to deliver to me because I think I'm too far away. But just as an FYI, I have heard in a WhatsApp group that that's possible. I do know that the Old Orchard Inn are doing call and collect food and cocktails. They only do them at the weekends, and you have to pre-order, you have to call and collect, obviously. But they do a number of cocktails like margaritas, mojitos, a blue one that looks very like Blue Wicked. And they even do frozen cocktails if you're feeling fancy. DIY donuts. I didn't put this under baking because it's not really baking, but I spotted on Instagram the other day that there's a Dublin donut place is selling DIY unicorn donut packs. Now, I need one of these, like, so badly. So I have ordered one and I can't wait for it to get here. When it gets here, I'll do a video about it. Maybe here, maybe on my Instagram. It's like Instagram can see into my soul with the stuff I come across. A bucket list is not just like, oh, here's a list of things that were really cool to do. Sometimes a bucket list consists of ticking items off. So if we were to take that approach with this one, virtual life events is definitely something you will look back on fondly someday. I myself, I've been to a virtual wedding and I've been to a virtual hen. While they are like no replacement for the real deal, they are uniquely wonderful in their own way. And they will be something that I think we'll look back on in years to come fondly, but like not want to do them again, but like remember them with fondness. I'm presuming everybody watching this video has already done a number of online, you know, trivia quizzes, pub quizzes, whatever you want to call them. So I'll add that in here, but we've all done one. There's no way we're watching this that I haven't done one. Poker is another online activity that can be done with friends that I've recently discovered. We chose an app that I found very difficult to use recently, so I didn't actually get to play, but
this computer won't download the app, it just won't do it. So I'm remotely logged onto my computer.
Oh God, I'm bored. Why don't you just join on your phone? Why aren't we joining on the phone?
You can't play on your phone because Jack chose the more complicated app that doesn't work on your phone.
And
like everyone.
You didn't argue this because...
No, if you go back through those messages...
I'm not going to go back to 82 messages.
I'd say of your 82, 70 or 2 are me being salty about why are we using this stupid app.
I believe that there's an app called Poker Face where you can play on video chat with your friends. So I'm excited to have another go and see if I'm any good at poker. We already know Alex is very good at poker, but it remains to be seen how I am at poker. In Ireland, from May 18th, we're allowed to gather in groups of no more than 4. So a number of outdoor activities have reopened, and one of those is footy. Better known in some places as foot golf. The footy place in Dublin not only has foot golf, but it actually also has rugby golf. So my friend Jack and I went to play foot golf together, socially distanced. Just 2 of us, 6 feet apart at all times. And it was totally possible in such a big, massive, wide area. Last but not least, gardening is something that people can get into during this quarantine time. Not something I'm particularly interested in getting into, to be honest. But we are looking to hopefully fix up our garden a bit. Oh, I don't want to do it. Oh, I can't even talk about it. So that's my quarantine bucket list for now. I'd be happy to do a part 2 if I can think of any more stuff. Please leave in the comments down below if there's any... Hello, editing Claire here. Excuse the quarantine face. At this point in the video, the camera cut out and then Alex called me for dinner. So I went downstairs and had dinner and completely forgot about filming an outro. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. If you got this far in the video, please comment and let me know what you've been doing to keep entertained in quarantine. Yeah, follow me on Instagram or TikTok if you like content on those platforms, because the stuff over there is totally different. And I guess if you haven't already, check out my Corona vlogs. I'm doing vlogging this time in quarantine from Ireland, which I should have mentioned in this video and totally forgot to. Okay, thanks so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, 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 bye.